Hello and welcome back to my channel, guys. This is Mercedes, that mom, and today I'm going to do another bullet journal video. I know I just did a bullet journal video at maybe a month ago, but that was a beginning bullet journal video, just showing you guys my setup and everything. So today I'm going to go through my what I have so far for the new year. So my January setup and my just kind of opening pages. Now I am using the same bullet journal that I used in that video, since I do have quite a bit, as you can see, of empty pages. So these are all the pages that I've used, and these are the pages that I still have pretty much empty. Over here I have some pages that you can see are used in the back, but we went over those in the last video. I wanted to tell you guys something about my journal. So recently I had to fix this front cover. Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff about baby in there. So this front cover recently came undone, and I had to fix it with tacking glue. So I think that was an error on my half, that I needed to fix it, because like I said, I bought it in the size of journal, if I can get the whole thing in there, so that I could fit it in my bag, so that when I go, I can take it with me, since I am using it as my day planner and everything, and I do need to put down my dates of work and all that kind of stuff in there. So I believe that the front pink cover coming off was totally my fault, but it fixed just fine with some tacking glue. So yeah, I just wanted to go over that real quick. It's the same minimalism art journal that I showed you guys in my last video. Like I said, it's the same journal, and so let me open it up and show you guys what I have so far for 2020. Now, I did do a little bit of misjudging when I went to go put this page down. As you can see right now in the frame, it just says family is every. I meant to put thing. I meant to put everything across this whole front, but I started it out too close to here. As I said in my last video, I go over it a lot with pencil and everything. This was a freehand page, and so this just tells me that I do really need to go over my pages with pencil first, and then go over them with my fine marker pen. And I think actually I did this page in the highlighter first, and then I bubbled in the highlighter. So you learn. So that's my theme for this year, is 2020, family is everything. So I'm going to be spending a lot more time with my family and everything this year, especially with the new baby. So yeah, if anybody out there is a mom like me and you're having your second kid, you've probably had those thoughts like I've had, like, oh my gosh, I didn't spend enough time with my first, and now I'm going to feel like a bad mother because I'm trying to make more effort to spend more time with my second. Really, it's probably going to be the same with my second as it was with my first, that I'll probably end up spending the same amount of time. I am a working mom, and that I do feel bad about a lot of times, but what can we do? We have to hold down the fort, right? So we shouldn't feel bad about having to be outside the house and away from our kids for an extended period of time. Don't get me wrong, my family is great. My kids are usually with my husband, and we make it work, but I do wish that I had some more time. So right now, actually, I'm part-time working right now instead of full-time. So I'm closer to my goal of being a full-time stay-at-home mom. And so that's what my journey is about. If you guys watched my hello video, my first video on the channel since coming back. So that is my theme, is family is everything. Just trying to spend as much time, as much quality time with my kids, with my husband, with my family in general, and not letting a single moment go by. It was sad because I woke up this morning with news that a good friend's mother had passed away. So it just tells me even more that every day is precious. You need to spend time with the ones you love every single day and tell them that you love them. So again, that is all. I wrote this down before she got really, really sick, but I've been following along with my friend, and this just tells me more and more that family is everything. You know, don't let them go 1 minute without telling them you love them. So yeah, that's my beginning page, kind of my hello, welcome 2020 page. Here I do have my year at a glance calendar. So I do think that I'm going to be able to fit up until December of 2020 in here in this bullet journal, even though it's, you know, probably about, a little less than a fourth of the way done with this journal. So I believe I'll be able to fit up until December in here with no problem. So yeah, that's my month, my year at a glance. All my blue are holidays for my job. So I need to work a certain amount of holidays for my job. And then all of my reds, of course, are my paydays. If anybody else does that too, you'll get a new journal and you'll circle down your paydays so you know in advance what's coming up and everything. So that's that page. And I kind of tried to do it really kind of fun and colorful. So I have this orange and pink kind of color scheme, and then it's dotted in with the blues. And then if I can swing it to put birthdays on here as well, I'll probably put it in like a cool like purple or something, just so that if like over here there's a blue and red circle, that it'll show up. So yeah, that's what I have so far on this, and I'll probably end up coloring in the white with some sort of color. So here is you guys saw in my last video for my bullet journal that I had this savings page that I brought over from the front of my bullet journal, and this is just a continuation. So this is my 2020 savings, and then I brought over my total from 2019, which isn't a whole bunch, so I don't feel bad sharing it with you guys. And then this year, something I want to do is get out of debt. So I have put down everything that I know that we're paying other than our normal bills. So even though the credit cards are a normal bill, I'm putting down everything, and it's going to be, with my calculations, it's going to be probably this year and next year that we're still paying on our credit card bills, because whenever this hospital bill comes into place, that is going to take the most of our funds actually away, so that we can get that hospital bill done before the end of the year. So yeah, as soon as we get that, I'll put that in there and we'll start working on that. But as you can see, I put down the months. So as soon as we get this one, it'll start at the month that it starts at, and we'll go from there. Okay, so this page, like as you can see, it has changed a little bit from the last video that I showed you guys this page, a little bit. So over here on this page, it is my visions page, and I'm trying to keep these sticky notes down because I do have names underneath them that I would really like to just kind of keep private right now. So instead of goals, I did put it as visions, because these are things I want to see happen this year and in my life in just general. So as you can see, there is a check mark, and then underneath this one there are some check marks as well, because this first one happened to be stuff for my daughter's health. So I have 2 out of 3 checks underneath this page. And yeah, so like underneath here I just have her name, and that I want to do just one-on-one mommy-daughter dates, especially with the baby being born. I want to make sure that me and her still have our time together, and I'm still giving her my attention along with the new baby. So yeah, so I'm making sure, even though it's just going to be like a no-brainer, I'm making sure to put it down to keep myself accountable for it. And you know, I think I actually got that type of idea from watching Bringing Up Bates, the way that Kelly Jo has time with her kids and how Gil has time with the boys and all that. I think it's just great. And they have 19 kids, so I'm only gonna have 2, so that's totally gonna be worth it and possible for me to do. And then underneath here I have my husband's name, because it says do 1 to 2 date nights a month. So yeah, a month, guys. I'm trying to make sure that me and him keep that spark alive. Especially with 2 kids coming up. We're going from this world of having 1 amazing daughter to having 2 amazing daughters. So yeah, so this is just what in general I want to see happen this year. And then over here, my Bible study tracker, instead of, I'm sorry that it's all shaky, instead of going through the books of the Bible and reading through the books of the Bible and putting them down right now I'm just tracking what Bible studies that I do end up doing. So I am still reading this Bible study on YouVision called A Minute for Mommy, and it was supposed to be a 31-day Bible study, but I've been sick so often and like just feeling kind of down, and on the days that I work night shift, a lot of the times when I come home that next morning, if I don't work that evening, like I don't wake up till 7 or 8, and then I totally forget to log in and read it until like 12 the next morning, and then I'm still a day behind. So I'm catching up. I'm almost done. Like I've got like maybe 7 more entries before that's done. So as soon as I'm done with it, I'll put down the date that I finished it, and then I'll put down the new one that I do, whether it be a Bible study, a devotional, or even just a book of the Bible. So like if I go through and start to read Genesis, I'll put it down and then the date I finished. So yeah, that's a little bit of a change up from what I showed you guys on my beginning bullet journal setup. Over here we have more sticky notes. Again, I am covering up some names and stuff, and I really hope you guys are okay with that. But there's still some things that I just kind of want to keep private. So this was my January setup, or it still is my January setup, since we're not completely done with January yet. As you can see, I have the couple sticky notes around. Today, actually, here is the 23rd. I'm filming for you guys, so I'm letting you guys know what day it is right now, so you guys can see exactly how long lately it takes me to edit and everything. This is just, I wanted to keep it, like I said, with my year glance monthly calendar. I wanted to keep it kind of fresh and colorful, and so like I've got my pinks and everything, and I think this is the actually the one Stabler Bros highlighter that I have, that I had gotten given to me, and I just figured out that those things are refillable. So as I'm looking for more of those, since I really do enjoy those highlighters, I will be looking for a refill for this one, since as you can tell as I use it, it's getting like lighter, so it's running out. Like in real life this is much darker than this, when in my camera it looks like they're the same color, and then this is the lightest of the pinks, but they all look the same color in the camera. So yeah, so this is just my month, and I still have my moon phases on here so that I don't end up trying to work on a full moon, because that is not happening. Like I said in the last video, if you guys work in healthcare and you work overnight in healthcare, y'all know that it does not work very well working on a full moon night. Okay guys, so on this page, as you can see, I still have more sticky notes. So there are some more stuff on here that I don't really want to share with you guys. Here is my January to-do list, and most of it involves, of course, the baby stuff. But then there's also practical things on here, like I had to call for my leave of absence and everything. And then I also need to do, I don't know about you guys, but I'm very bad at getting new things. So I've updated all of our information and everything, but I do need to actually go and get brand new like IDs and stuff, since our IDs are really old and banged up. And then I need to, since we ride the bus, get my daughter a state ID for the bus company, so that when I buy her bus cards, I can present her ID, since now that's a thing. So yeah, that's just some practical stuff on my to-do list, and I plan on putting my to-do list in like kind of in this form in every month that I can. It's just gonna help out some. And then over here, I made this page after I did my taxes, and I told myself that I really need to keep like a log of stuff, and basically just, you know, if I donate anything, if I buy anything, like here's my example, like if I did a copay of cash, here is what it is and all that stuff. So that's just an example. I haven't had to do any type of thing like that yet. And then here I am working on my script again. So yay, we're trying to work on that stuff, guys. Here is my taxes continued, exact same page from the other page. So I plan on using these two pages for most of the year. Not just for January. They just ended up being in January because I had already put down January's calendar before filling out a lot of stuff, which you'll see. I kind of have some pre-planned pages that I could show you guys, but they're not really anywhere near pre-planned as much as my last video that I showed you guys. So here I have my brain dump, and it's just another realistic goal. Since I went part-time, I want to make sure to get another part-time income from work from home, and since I'll have a crying baby, that is why I put no calls based. So practical, guys, practical. And then here is my habit tracker for the month. As you guys can see, I've got some interesting things down. Well, I have normal things, and then I have my interesting things. So of course I have my chores down, and I need to go ahead and put on some more dashes there. And then I have my Bible, and I actually need to get into my app to show what days I've been in the app, so that I can put that down. Business/YouTube, but I'm not putting YouTube down, I'm putting business down. Like I said in my other video, that I will soon have or be able to start a blog page to kind of go with the YouTube page and everything. I do have my Facebook page up and running. It is That Mom, and I do have my Instagram page, which is That Mom Mercedes. So if you guys want to follow me, feel free, be my guest. I'm trying to of course make this a viable hobby at some point. Date nights, and my mood trackers, and my exercise tracker, which, yeah, that's the real one, guys. That is real right now. I have not, other than walking for work and everything, really exercised. I know I should be, but I really haven't. And then over here, I'm trying to do the no spend challenge again. So I've done the no spend challenge a couple times in the past, and it's gone okay, but it hasn't gone great. So yeah, there's my no spend challenge. And then over here, I've just got, again, some extra notes. That is just basically, ooh, let me bring it down so you can actually see the top extra notes. Kind of like a mini brain dump. So this brain dump on this other page, I'll probably end up using it for most of the year, whereas I'll probably put extra notes in on every month. So over here is my pre-planned February page, and I'll show you what I have so far. I don't have a whole lot down. My daughter's due date is this day. Of course, I have my big old blue, my sticky note there again until we're ready to let you guys know. But then again, I could just end up keeping her name from you guys as well, which would be really hard, I guess, right? To keep two names, but we'll figure that out. So yeah, so far February, as you can see, I've got hearts, and I'll probably add more hearts through the month. I'll probably get some more heart-shaped stickers even. So yeah, just so far this is what I have for February. And then of course I've got my to-do list, and these are some numbers that I really have to keep private to myself right now. I'm practicing my script again, so I've already got some to-dos for February. And then over here, as you can see, I have a little bit of pre-planning. Whatever type of Bible page I will have down in here. I haven't quite decided if I'm just going to use the first Bible page that I showed you guys with my Bible study for the year page over here yet on the whole thing, but if I need to, I'll have this page open for Bible study. And I've got also my habit trackers. So far right now I have it as a 2-page, which I don't know if I'll be using it as a 2-page. And then when I have a little bit of pre-plan for March. Oh, and as you guys probably saw, I don't have any moon trackers on here yet. So I have to put the moon trackers in, as I'm using my thumbs to try to cover the page. So yeah, here's what I have so far for March. And of course no mood trackers yet, because I'm still working on these pages. And also I'll be on maternity leave, so I will put the moon trackers in there, and just to have them down to keep it updated with everything. So March, I'm trying to do like a very springy color. I have some stickers that have like ice creams and stuff in it, so I'll put those probably down as well. Spring break, I will probably as you can see, I have some stickers down. We'll hopefully have that off as well, just as a part of my maternity leave. And then these are just some empty blank pages, and I've got my April page kind of set to where it should be, and I think I also have my May page set to where it should be. Yeah, May set to where it should be. So right now that's all I have for my New Year / January / pre-plan pages to let you guys know about. If you guys want to see a plan with me video, let me know, because I'm trying to I'm actually trying to be able to do that, pre-plan video, since I don't just sit down and do a bunch of pages all at once. It's harder for me to do a plan with me video, but if you guys are interested in it, I will try my hardest to make a plan with me video. So yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up, and if you guys like my channel, please give me a subscribe. That would help so much. Like I said, we're trying to turn this hobby into like a viable hobby, right? YouTube into a viable YouTube hobby. So if you guys could help me out there, and also, like I said, I have all my social medias. I have them linked below, but my Facebook is That Mom, and my Instagram is That Mom Mercedes, and I do have some just other links down below if you guys are interested in checking them out. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.